If you're looking to have any landscaping you needs at your house, at your business, any need you have, you're going to want to stick around, learn from our next guest on how he... All right, welcome to the Your Little Castle Show. I am your host today, Phil Herdlicka, and I am here with Jason Welch of Four Seasons Lawn and Land.com. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Pleasure. Thank you.
So, all right, so Four Seasons, you've been in business for 25 years?
Just under 25 years, providing services here in St. Louis.
But you had experience for even more than 25, would you say almost 35 years experience?
Over 35 years
Over
experience.
35 years experience, okay. Tell us, how'd you get started in the landscaping business?
Well, I've always had a passion for being outdoors. And I think I owe that and credit that to my parents. They've always had me outside. But while I was outside, my dad always had me doing yard work, teach me how to do things, and show me how to be hands-on with pretty much every aspect of outdoor living. He always had us mowing our own grass, splitting firewood, taking care of all the maintenance outside of our home, period. Came to a point where I started doing these chores and I demanded a little bit of an allowance. He gave me a little bit of allowance and I got the taste of money. That was great. When I was 10,
that always helps when you're a young kid seeing the fruits of your labor.
It does. You know, $5 goes a long ways, even if it was just $5 for cutting the grass. When I was 10 years old, though, unfortunately, my grandmother passed away cutting the grass of her own lawn, pushing a lawnmower. That was kind of hard for me. She lived out of state. It was rough, and I didn't know what to do at that point in time. Later on, my elderly neighbors were cutting their grass. I had to come out and stop them from doing that. And I said, I want to do this for you. Let me do this for you. It just, all I could think of was my grandmother. I started cutting the elderly neighbors in my neighborhood's grass for free. It was the kind thing I could do. It was the best thing I can do. Couldn't think of doing anything other than trying to help a neighbor out.
I mean, that's an interesting way to get into the, I don't want to say business at that point when you were 10 years old, but I mean, no one should have to go through that. No one should have to experience that. And for you to, say, I'm going to transform that experience to make sure my neighbors don't have that same experience, I think that's a really incredible gesture.
It was, I didn't think of anything of it at the time other than just doing what was right. They started trying to give me tip money and I refused, but then eventually I started accepting it, realizing that I did need to pay for gas.
Yeah, you have costs involved.
Exactly. Something's got to pay for this. I can't continue to do this. Eventually, by the end of the summer, they said, you need to do this for me next year, but I'm going to pay you every time to cut our grass. And that's how it all started.
And that was over 35 years ago.
It was.
Well, I mean, things have certainly changed a lot since then. I mean, gas back then was probably 69 cents a gallon.
75 cents a gallon, yeah. And I was able to pull my lawnmower behind my bicycle.
Behind your bicycle?
Right.
I'd love to see a kid in the neighborhood do that now. I have three kids, three teenagers, and they mow a couple lawns, but I'd love to see them going out, knocking on neighbors' doors, and especially our older ones doing it for free. That'd be a treat to see.
I would like to see that too. At one point in time, I had a skateboard underneath my lawnmower to help maneuver it around and with the rope behind my bicycle. So whatever I had to do, I had to do.
Well, so Jason has over 35 years experience in beautifying lawns, and maybe he's done a home for you outside your little castle. And with that, I want to give a quick shout out to Carroll House Furniture, our longtime show sponsor, because you like nice things in your little castle. And maybe, like I said, if you have lawn needs, you can have Jason, the Four Seasons Lawn and Land, come do your lawn. So, 35 years. I mean, obviously, you said you were doing this when you were a kid, even before what happened with your grandma.
Yeah.
But then when did you take this as your full-time business? When was this your calling? And you said, this is my life.
I actually had my first commercial clients at the age of 13.
Who was that?
Barb Summers Real Estate in Maplewood.
Okay. So at 13, you said, I enjoy doing this enough. I like making the money.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
I don't know if it was a calling quite yet, but it was giving me enough money to where I could buy my first mountain bike.
As a 13-year-old, that's all you care about, right?
I bought it when I was 12, and I paid $1,000 for it. Blew my parents away that a 12-year-old could afford a $1,000 mountain bike.
I know I certainly didn't have one of those, and I would have loved to. But and you were telling me off camera you bought your first car when you were 14 years, 2 years before you could even drive. You had a car at 14.
I was very lucky that I was able to buy a truck when I was 14 from my hard work, but my grandmother is really what I owe that to. She was retired, and she drove me around for 2 summers while I cut grass before I had my driver's license. And if without her dedicating that time and doing that for me, I'm not sure I'd be where I am today.
I mean, everyone's got, an origin story of why, how things started, why they, either started their own business or what line of work they went into. But yours is a very interesting story.
Yeah, thank you.
And again, it's a very unfortunate that had to happen. But think of how many lives you might have saved when you were a kid by making sure other kids didn't have to see their grandparents go the same way. So, I mean, I have a ton of respect.
Well, that's something why right now I'm so dedicated to senior citizens. It's a special place in my heart, even to this day. I do everything I can to go above and beyond, not only to save them money, but just relieve some stress for them, knowing that they can hire someone they can trust, not going to take advantage of them, and is going to give them a really fair price for the work that we do.
Well, that's the thing too. I mean, when people are looking for any work done, but especially lawn care, what are they? They're going to Google. They're looking up, who's in my area, and the first questions are going to be, are they reliable? What do they cost? And they probably want to see examples of their work. And I actually have up on the website, or up on the wall now, your website. I think of everything as a customer service driven business. People may not think lawn care is customer service, but it is, because you're coming back. You're not doing their lawn one time. Your goal is to have them as repeat customers. Do them weekly or monthly or however long, and keep them for life, essentially, right?
Absolutely. And I think lawn care industry is kind of the unsung heroes of the customer care industry, if you want to call it that. We are the industry that provides the customer care that people really forget about, they don't want to do, and the aspect that they just don't want to pay attention to.
Well, we have up on the screen now for our viewers some examples of your work here, and that's just beautiful work. I mean,
thank you.
And so, if I understand correctly, you don't just mow lawns; you help, design lawns. You do snow removal. What other services do you provide?
Design, install. We do all aspects. If it's outside your home, we can help you out with it. Retaining walls, patios, outdoor living spaces, simple landscape needs, mulch installs, bush trimming, anything that you can possibly think of, we can help you.
So you're kind of the one-stop shop for landscape. I mean, I know
we really are.
Retaining walls and patios, like when COVID hit, that's what a lot of people were spending their money on, their extra money they had that they weren't spending on going out.
It was incredible, the amount of people that just wanted to get back to having time at their house. I think people really lost the idea and what it meant for them to be able to have time at home. And COVID really brought that back to people. We were doing 3 to 4 patios every other week or so during COVID. It was just incredible, the amount of people that wanted to get back to living and enjoying their own home.
And I mean, again, every job is different, but some of those patio jobs are probably 2-3 day jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. In and out real quick. Some of the larger ones were more extensive, a week or two, but usually we can get in and out 3 to 4 days for a smaller job.
And so you were telling me you have now, correct me if I misremember, 22 on your team now, 22 workers?
Right around that time. And we're looking to hire more every day. But yes, right now we're running 2 to 4 man crews, and we're getting everything done. We service both sides of the river, and we're doing landscaping and lawn care.
So I mean, that right there's got to tell you something. If he's got 22 dedicated people working for him, he's got crews out every day.
Every day.
Every day. And you're doing what, sometimes 4 jobs in a day, right? Depending if they're smaller jobs.
Our lawn care crews are cutting between 25 and 30 lawns a day.
That's 25 and 30 lawns a day.
That's including commercial and real estate, or commercial and residential. And then our other lawn care crews, and depending upon what they're doing, they're dedicated to 1 job per day or multiple jobs a day, just depending upon what their work orders are.
I mean, that's great that you have that much business and that you're looking to grow and you're looking to expand. If you're looking for more people to work for you, obviously you're doing something right.
Yeah, right now we are. And, the best thing about coming to work for us is we're employing our employees year round. And that really separates us from other companies. A lot of companies are only employing their employees, seasonal. Our guys come to work for us year round. It gives them constant employment, but then it gives them reinsurance, and that way they know that they can have dedication to their job and know that they are employed. I
mean, I love that. And the big thing too is, these employees, retention is retaining employees is very difficult in this day and age. So
is.
I assume a lot of these workers have been with you for a number of years.
Some of them have been with us for well over 15 years.
I mean, again, I think that's a testament to you as the owner and boss, but then also the work you guys are doing. If they want to stay working, I mean, 15 years is not something you hear people keeping a job for that long, especially in the lawn care industry.
No, it's not. And, you know, it comes back to beliefs of us as a company treating people with respect, and not only our clients, but our employees as well.
Well, that's great. So I'm pulling up now some of the reviews, because obviously, as we said, we have some great reviews on your website.
Thank you.
I'm just looking behind you here. Did a fantastic job. Highly recommend their landscaping services. I use Four Seasons Landscaping for my routine lawn care. Jason and his crew are dependable and do an excellent job. I highly recommend the company for lawn care. That's got to make you feel good to hear that.
It does, it does. And, you know, the reviews that we have with the BBB really help out too. I love hearing back from clients and getting that positive response back from them. It's always great to hear that feedback. No one likes knowing that they're doing a good job more than the customer service industry. We always want to hear back from our clients because that's what we live for.
And again, I don't think it's often you get to see an interview with who you might hire as a landscaping company. This is one of the things we love about this show is we get to highlight the local business owners that otherwise aren't just a search result on a Google page, right?
Absolutely.
And so for me, I want to trust the integrity, the honesty, and the personality of the person that I'm hiring. I don't want it to be just another lawn on the block, another cell in the spreadsheet that they're trying to book monthly. So seriously, Jason is someone you should absolutely call. Again, we see the reviews. Now I'm going to put up on your Facebook page on this wall on the screen now. These are just some beautiful work. Now you said
Thank you.
You do. Oh, there's Busch Stadium. You do.
We did snow removal for the Cardinals for 11 years. It wasn't one of our biggest accounts, but it was one that brought me a lot of satisfaction knowing that we had.
I mean, if the St. Louis Cardinals are willing to hire you, I think John Q. Neighbor should trust your work as well.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, again, some great pictures. So you said you do commercial and residential. What percentage would you say is commercial?
We're about half and half.
Half and half, that's good. So I think most people that I talk to, they're 70% residential, maybe 30% commercial. So that's great. If you've got a good balance of both.
Yeah, we like to keep that because the reason we like to keep a good balance of both is because the consistency of work during the winter, snow removal, and other aspects that keep our guys employed year round.
And that's the big thing too is, your business is a very seasonal business. So, I mean, there's not a lot of lawn care being done, after the fall aeration or fall seeding, right? Like October.
Yeah,
but from November to February, you're pretty much done with the lawns, right?
Well, in some retrospects. Now, we do sod installations and other turf management aspects all year round. We do sod installations pretty much year round.
So that's not something I knew. I honestly thought, once fall's over, once November hits, I don't even think about my lawn again until it thaws in February. But I mean, you're the expert. You know everything that goes.
As long as the sod machines can cut the sod and it's not frozen, we can get it installed for you.
So you have all the equipment. You do the sod cutting yourself?
No, we don't. We have sod farms that we work with all around both states, Missouri and Illinois, making sure that we always have access to the freshest sod.
The freshest sod from the sod farms.
That's right.
I have never seen a sod farm. Is this not one you'll just see on the side of the road when you're driving away?
No, but when you drive past it, you're amazed. It's just nothing but green.
All right, well, we got a lot more to talk about with Jason here. We are going to take a quick break, take a look at some things going on in our community. It is baseball season here in St. Louis. We are taping this right around the start of baseball season.
Go Cardinals.
Go Cardinals, I agree. So check out this promotion. We'll be right back with you in just a few minutes. Go Cards. And
hey everybody, guess what? We get to have fun all the time at the Cardinal games. Before the game, we get to hang out with fun super fans. Say hello to my buddy Nino over here, Brett, Tanya, and Dixie. That's right. Everybody's in the video here. Family coming out to the game. Nino, what do you love about going to Cardinal games?
You love baseball?
Yeah. He loves baseball. Hey, all right. Scoring points with the Cardinal Cowboy.
Yeah, he plays Miracle League baseball.
Do you really?
And he likes to be on the Cardinals team at home.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you know how many times have you been on that team? How many times have you done that?
A lot.
That's a good answer. All right. Dad, what's it like coming to the Cardinal games with your son and your wife and all the fun you get to have down here?
Oh, it's the most fun. I mean, we've been coming since Old Bush. You know, now we've got New Bush Stadium. It's the best baseball town, and it's the most fun. You know, it's fun before the game. The games are always great, and we love it.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking time here. We're at Patios, everybody. This is where the most fun is. I get to wear the full outfit here. I got the pants, the socks, the arch, Nino, Brett, Tanya, and Dixie all here, and we're outside Patios having fun. Hey, say hi to Patios. Stop on by here before a Cardinal game, and we'll see you guys soon. Nino, give me some knuckles. There we go. Go Cardinals. Giddy up.
His name is Carter Rethwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. By now, we are on ABC 5 times a week. So many businesses are loving what we're doing to help them get their name out there. We'll sit right here in our guest chair, right here, sitting here talking to us. We're going to put on the wall your website and everything about you, and highlight you as a leader. Fill out the form you see here on our website. It's bigleagues.com, and if you go to bigleagues.com, fill out this form. Takes just a couple seconds, and you can even schedule yourself right here. Schedule yourself to be on the show, and there's no charge for us to record you. There's no charge to be in the studio. Check it out if you would like to be on. Fill out the form again, bigleagues.com. This is where we can turn any interview into a series of clips. Professional video on your website closes more sales by instantly building trust, clearly explaining complex products, and keeping visitors engaged longer, reducing bounce rate by 34%. It'll help you to gain that credibility, increase engagement, simplify complex tasks, lower your sales friction, and boost your rankings on the search engine. So this is all kind of a no-brainer. See how we've now had over 500 interviews and now almost 250 different business owners. Go to bigleagues.com. That's bigleagues.com. Go to bigleagues.com and get signed up. You can schedule right from there.
Welcome back to the Your Little Castle Show. Once again, I am your host, Phil Herdlicka, and I am here with Jason Welch with 4 Seasons Landscaping and Lawn Care, Inc. And once again, that's 25 years. The company's been in business, but he has over 35 years of experience. That's a lot of experience.
It is.
So, all right. So, one thing, one of the biggest things when you book a company, obviously we talked earlier, you want to talk about reliability, you want to trust the person you work with, but then the big thing is cost. Yeah. How much is this job going to cost me? How much, does your competitor charge? What do you think you do that sets you apart and your pricing apart from your competitors?
I'm not asking a credit card to come out and meet with you before I even come out to your property. A lot of people will ask for a credit card to get a down payment or to pay for an estimate. I'm not asking for that. We're not asking for that. I don't want to know your credit card information until we do business.
So you're telling me there are companies that even if for you to come out just to do over an estimate to look at your property, they have to pay to do that?
They do. They charge you a fee to come out to look at their property and meet with them no matter what services you may want.
I mean, honestly, that if you're looking for money before you ever do a service for me, I don't know that that's a company I'd want to be involved with.
I agree 100%. I didn't realize that was happening until people were telling me on the phone, and they were surprised I wasn't asking for money up front or that estimates were free. I had no idea people were charging money for that now.
Well, if you don't think that companies still give free estimates, Four Seasons does. So
I do. I will not take your money to come out and meet with you to give you a fair, honest assessment of what you are facing or what you may want or need.
So what is the most common job you do? Obviously, is it someone calling you saying, I'd like you to come take a look at my lawn, I want that mowed on a bi-weekly basis, or I'm looking for retaining walls or flowers? What's the main service you provide?
It depends on the time of the year that you may be calling. February to April, people are always wanting to line up lawn care needs for the year. After that, it's going to be landscape installs, outdoor living spaces, anything we can do and help out with that. Mulch installs, never ending throughout the year.
Do you have a favorite type of work? Like when someone calls you and you see that phone ring and you're like, all right, I'm hoping this is a new patio. I'm hoping this is a, garden installation.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure there's one thing I enjoy more than another, other than just being able to come and help a client out with their property or with their home and utilize a space that's either been neglected, forgot about, or unused for a period of time, bringing it back to life or putting some life into it that allows the family to come together, actually enjoy that space and utilize their property in a way that they weren't able to before.
And see, I love hearing that. I mean, your home is a place that obviously, your little castle is your place that you want to enjoy. And for me, like, honestly, my outdoor space, I have a little patio where I have a basketball hoop, and the rest of it's just yard that I have to take care of. A lot of families, their outdoor living space is a living space, is family time,
right.
Space to enjoy. I treat my lawn like it's an obligation every week to mow it, but...
And for most people it is, and that's why you need someone that you can trust just to come in and take care of these things so that when you come home, it's one less thing for you to think about and you're able just to enjoy life, spend time with your family, go outside and then be with your dogs, your animals, your pets, or simply enjoy the nice day that it is.
So have you ever had a client call you up that, new client you haven't worked with before, and they say, I want something different, I don't know what it is, and what would you suggest? What would you design where you basically get to kind of advise them on how to...
First thing I want to do is just have an opportunity to come over and speak with you. Let you tell me what you're thinking, what your vision is, what your dream is. Let's take a look at the space. Let's come up with some ideas and brainstorm together. But more than anything, let's give you options so that you have some choices of what you can do and not let me dictate what you should do rather than you dictate what I should do for you.
So do you have more flexibility with that, with your residential versus your commercial clients? Like I'm sure when you go to a business that they hire you, they want, I want my lawn cut, I want flowers here, or whatever.
Scope of work for commercial projects is very simple and can be a little bit more expanding once we get into residential, depending upon the client, the job, the home, etc.
Okay. Residential-wise, what's the biggest job you've had to do? Or maybe not biggest, but either biggest, most complex, or just the favorite job you got to do for a client?
Wow, there's been a lot over the years. There's been a couple. I think one of the first jobs where we had a tractor trailer load of sod show up for install was a little overwhelming. That was always fun. That was over 20 years ago, and since then there's been, hundreds of jobs like that now. Maybe a large bush install that was absolutely a vacant new build and coming in and doing a complete install. Those are the ones where you just sit back when you're done and you're like, wow, this is really something.
And how long does a job like that take you to do?
And usually a couple days, sometimes a week.
Have you ever had a multi-week or even, month, 2 month or longer project?
Absolutely. We did a job for the Archdiocese, the Cathedral Basilica down on Lindell.
Yeah.
And we did the outdoor living space and outdoor patio area and landscaping, and that took us several weeks to get all the bricks done and everything done.
That's a beautiful area down there.
Thank you.
So I was actually down there just last year, and it looks wonderful. So I didn't know you had a hand in that. So.
Yeah, it gives me a lot of pride, and it was one of those jobs I didn't even think about till just now. Is the Pope, when he was in town, dedicated the area as the ceremony rose garden, and it's really nice because anytime you see family photos of people with family for Easter, weddings, they're always taking their photos right on the exact landscaping and bricks and patios that we installed.
I'm betting a lot of people watching at home, you've taken those pictures there. So go back and look at the photos you've taken outside the Cathedral Basilica, and all that landscaping was done by Jason and his team.
It's incredible because a lot of times people don't even realize what they're standing on is a product of what we can do for them.
I mean, again, so that's another example of making a difference in the community. You know, that's not just a job that you're hired to do. I mean, that's beautification of the city, right? Especially somewhere where a lot of people go to. Even people from out of town, they go visit the Basilica.
They really do, and it gives me a lot of pride not only knowing that we've had our own fingerprint, so to say, at landscaping St. Louis, but, you know, providing work that the Archdiocese has been able to come back to us and do multiple projects for them at other churches.
And again, that's the repeat business. I mean, they see the work that you've done, they trust you, and that's going to be lifelong business for you. Yeah. We talked about the reviews earlier. One thing we neglected to mention, Four Seasons has an A+ rating with the BBB. See it right there, A+ rating. I don't know if you're familiar. That's actually very difficult to do, or to maintain at least. Some 1 or 2 reviews or calls and complaints is all it takes to ruin that perfect review.
It really is, and it's something I take a lot of pride with. We've been with the BBB for over 20 years now and kept that A+ rating this whole time, and it's something I'm very proud of.
And you should be. So we've only got about a minute left. We're going to have a second show, so we've got so much to talk about. We're going to do another half hour with Jason.
Can't wait.
But so give, real quick, about a minute left. One of the benefits of obviously working with a small business is your personal attention. What would you say is another advantage when someone hires you that they're going to get they wouldn't get with your competitor?
You're not just another number, and that we're dedicated to all of our clients, not just our past, but our future ones too.
I love to hear that. I mean, again, we mentioned earlier, everything is a customer service industry if you really think about it.
It really is.
But you, I mean, that seems like it's your main focus. You truly care. You have the passion. You got into this because of family experience with your grandma. You continued doing it. You went to college for something else and came back to it.
Right.
I mean, so landscaping has become your life and your passion.
It really has, but not only landscaping, but just taking care of our clients. There's so many aspects outside of landscaping that we're able to help with our clients sometimes when they're moving. We do property management, and there's other aspects we're able to help out with too. And when clients know that they can rely and depend on us, it really means a lot to me. It's more than just landscaping.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. Again, so we're wrapping up now. Again, we are going to have another half hour. Jason Welch, Four Seasons Landscaping and Lawn Care, Inc. They can call you at 314-963-7000.
They can. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having us stick around. You're watching Your Little Castle.
Thank you.
Giddy up.